like taking his seat and he didn't like it.
Now, as a child, you used to tell me. As a child, you used to tell me that pigs are clean animals. Now, you talking about on a relative scale, because to me they look filthy.
Well, I must say that pigs were a lot cleaner than you and your brother.
It's a stitch up.
Because given the chance, pigs are very clean animals. I know they like to roll in the mud, but they are house trained from birth.
They don't live in the house.
Well, no, but in the barn.
That's a barn owl. You confused the pig with a barn owl.
In the shed then that they lived in, they even from birth they would only poo and wee in one corner of the shed.
Right. So it is a matter.
They would never
relative.
poo and wee in their bed. Relative to most other animals, pigs are much cleaner.
What else are we putting on this scale?
Cows.
Right. Okay. So
Dogs.
relative to a cow, a pig is relatively clean.
Yeah, and a dog.
Which dog?
Any dog.
Any of these dogs here.
Right. What are you saying about these dogs?
Look at them.
Well, we have had little accidents in the house on occasion, haven't we, with these dogs? That was a rare thing with a pig. If you recall Basil.
Who's Basil?
Basil was the pig that of the litter that we were given when we first moved to our farm.
I'll have to bleep that word out.
What?
Say it again.
Basil.
No.
Farm.
No. Runt.
Oh, runt.
Why?
Right, anyway.
Why have you got an active one?
Oh, it's a bit close to something else, isn't it?
John!
Oh, thank you for clearing that up. So I was asked if I could look at this tune "Love and Peace" by Duke Levine. I'm going to guess that's how you say his name. So I just wanted to quickly talk through what's going on with it. If you haven't heard the tune, I suggest go and have a listen to it. It's kind of a really cool tune. Reminds me in some ways of Danny Gatton. I don't know anything really about Duke Levine. This is the first thing I've heard of his, but it's really cool. And so you've got this kind of... that kind of feel. It kind of reminds me of, I think it's Albatross by Fleetwood Mac. Anyway, this is your first chord. So we've got an E, a D sharp, a G sharp, and a B. And we've got you're playing it with your pick and fingers, so kind of think about sliding into most of the notes, so you might want to practice that. Okay. Just sliding from fret below. That's the first kind of riff. So we're going, and then an A triad, then back to the original, and then got a D natural in there, and a G sharp, and then an open E, and then a D, and an F sharp, and then a G sharp and an E, C sharp and an E, sorry, and then an F sharp kind of 7 chord, so and then that's the fill at the end of that part, so a B, a C sharp and an E. Kind of does that sometimes plays a full E at the bottom, or sometimes and then these chords, so it's like an E in first inversion. Just moving that whole shape up. So a G sharp, another G sharp, a B and an E, and then an A, a C sharp, F sharp. And then, so that's, again with the slides. And then, I think this kind of thing. So we've got a B, a D, and an F sharp. And what you want to do probably is slide from beneath for those two notes, but keep the B the same. So something like this. So you slide from beneath for the pointer finger and the pinky, and then you keep your pointer in position and move your pinky down, and then down to an A major 7, and I think then it repeats that. On the third repeat, I think it is. I may have to correct that. Instead of the B, B, D sharp, G sharp, we have a D natural. So kind of implying like more like an E7 with a B in the bass. So, and then a quick passing chord here. So we've got a C in the bass, an A D sharp, and then that same G sharp in the top note, and then up to an A in first inversion, so a C sharp, A, E, A, and then to this chord, which is a C sharp in first inversion, so an E sharp, then a G sharp, a C sharp, and in the top that same G sharp, and then it goes down to an F sharp minor. So this part should sound, I think, like this. Then you do this little rundown. So just again slowly. Goes D, C sharp, B, and then you hit the A and the open B at the same time. And then the open E, and then slide up to the C sharp and the A. And then this vamp at the end, you kind of do this C, D sharp, A, kind of a diminished type shape. So you rise that, so diminished, upper fret, then to G9 with an F in the bass, so like a, then that just down a fret, and then down another fret to an F, and then an open E and kind of the blues note, so B flat B, so it goes, so the vamp should go something like. So I guess the trick is to try and get it sounding even and smooth and kind of like that lap steel slidey kind of vibe. Kind of simple sounding, but part of what makes it simple is that Duke Levine is clearly a great guitarist. So sometimes in the verse he does this instead, and this chord, which is one that I use loads, but like an F sharp minor with a G sharp in the bass. Hopefully that's vaguely helpful if you wanted to learn that tune. Duke Levine, Love and Peace, beautiful sounding tune, goes into some really kind of cool bluesy stuff, but a super rich sounding chords that you might want to use, and that's a bunch of dogs. Anyway, if you wanted to like and subscribe, you could. There's videos like this on every Friday about chords, and the tabs for this will be on my Patreon if you want them. Thanks for stopping by, and I'll catch you for another video soon. Cheers!